What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of Zyba Games. The date is May 17, 2020. And this is episode 15.
15.
Yes, it's 15. You want to know? For probably a good 15 minutes, I was sitting there by myself like, I don't know what episode this is. I was trying to set the stream title.
I had to go back to YouTube to look to see when I uploaded last time. Like,
it's okay. 14. That's what Drusilla did that for me, because I was like, I don't know where to even look. I was like, I'm lost. And then Drusilla says, "You'd be lost without Yogomi," and I said, "I would be lost without
I don't know about that,
on the podcast." But speaking of Yogomi does this really cool thing. So if you guys are ever interested, we do all these videos. They go live well, they go up
on YouTube.
On YouTube, they're not really live, but they are.
Yeah.
Well, you're watching a live stream, pre-recorded. Never mind. Also,
there we go.
We have a Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all those things. Also, we have a cool website called Games, where you guys can also listen to and watch the podcast on there. Check out all of our little links if you guys want to get them there.
Yeah.
Or if not, they'll be down below us down there. So it's
the cool thing about Zyba.games, thank you mainly Chip and chat. The thing about that is that all the podcasts are there. So I upload them all. I mean, you can hear us on all of your podcast apps and all that stuff, Apple Podcast and all that. But the website has all the video. The video versions of them all there, so it's you could just go to it all one. But yeah, it's good.
Yeah, so if you guys do want to listen to the podcast other places, it is literally on every platform now.
Yes,
like we got it everywhere.
Because we got it like
it's
that.
there. And right now, I'll say it, Apple's bumping.
Mm-hmm.
Spotify is adding video function to podcast finally.
I saw
when
that.
When is that happening?
I saw that.
How hard is that going to be? I don't know. That's a whole nother monster to fight later. We'll worry about that later.
Yeah.
Another cool thing that we have is a Patreon. Obviously, we don't ask for your guys' money. We it's not that we don't need it, but we use it for helping pay our distributors for our podcast. And so yeah, if you guys do sub on there, it's pretty cool. It helps us out a lot.
Yeah.
But we love your faces if you just want to be free, because whatever, that's why we're here.
Mm-hmm.
So we love your faces all anyways. What was the other thing I was gonna say? Yeah, that's it.
Is that it?
Yeah, we'll talk about we'll do the Zyba Games people that are supporting. We'll talk about that later too. But so today we're gonna talk about, we have to talk about Tony Hawk.
Yeah, we do.
We have to talk about that.
There's
another cool game I want to talk about.
I posted on Twitter this week about that, by the way.
You see Kart Rider?
No.
You heard about that game yet?
No.
Ooh, we'll talk about that. Don't worry about that. There's a bunch of games coming out this week that are pretty cool. And Game Pass got some more bangers. Finally. Oh, JD is trying to start fights in the chat right now.
Yeah, he saw my tweet.
He says Tony Hawk's greater than Skate.
No.
Before we get into that, wait. Let's talk about what we've played this week.
Okay.
So Yogomi, what have you played this week?
So obviously I played Destiny 2. I played
with you one day.
Yeah, you did. That was awesome.
I played.
Thank you, Leono. Leono says he likes my shirt. Thank you, Leono, in chat. What's going on, my dude? Yeah, we played Iron Banner. That was fun, man. I like playing because I'm always running with randoms, and it's good when I'm playing with you. And so we played Iron Banner. I also played.
I was trash until the last 2 games.
You had to get warmed up. You hadn't played it forever, months.
It's been a couple months.
You really hadn't played in months, and then I
got
played.
In there and I was like, "Well, how do you aim?"
Yeah. I played some more V-Rally Racing because I'm actually going to do a video on that on YouTube. I'm going to do a review video on that. I downloaded a bunch of games. I played Near Automata, however you want to say it. Played that some more. I played.
Did you still not beat it?
No. Because I only play a little bit at a time.
Yeah. Did you beat Deliver Us the Moon?
No, I played that too this week. I played a little bit at a time because I've been working on this new show, and so I just take a break from working on the show and take a game break, and I only play for a little bit because I gotta get back to work on the show. I also finally started Animal Crossing, New Horizons last night.
Let's focus on started real quick.
On what?
You started on Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
That's all you did.
That's all I did. I started Animal Crossing.
You guys, if you don't know Yogomi is an amazing streamer where he doesn't even need to play the game to just keep everybody entertained. Like, bro, you played 2 games yesterday. You streamed for like 4 hours, and I think you only played like 15 minutes.
It only took us 45 minutes to name the island, but it was fun. It was fun to name the island.
I'm not making fun. No, you guys, if you guys know me, I'm not making fun of Yogomi. I respect Yogomi so much. But it's just funny. Me and Bo were laughing. We were in party chat watching, just laughed. And we were like, is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? No.
I get on these these tangents, and then somebody will ask me a question, and then that goes down a whole other rabbit hole. And then next thing you know,
All
we're in a browser
your
and
portfolios. Your portfolios up on the screen.
Well, somebody asked me what I did for a living, and then we talked about other stuff, and then I showed them my hobby stuff, and then
oh man,
and
then you were talking about your friend and his cosplays.
Yeah, Kevin Lewis, the cosplayer. We watched that video that I shot of him, which was fun. He does the Night King, and he does it was fun. So, I'm a variety streamer. So it might say a game on the title there, but there's gonna be more.
You ain't wrong.
Come in. It's gonna be more.
It could be anything.
It could be like the girl. What was her name? Blueberry Tart came in last night. And she goes, I like when I come into a stream that says one game, but it's totally something different. It's not even a game, but I'm still hanging out. So that was a plus. Like she actually followed. So yeah, she did, right?
They subbed her. Yeah, they gave her a sub even and everything.
Yeah, it was really nice. She was really nice. Yeah, it was fun. I try to keep entertaining. It's gonna be pretty entertaining this week. So I got a lot of stuff coming up this week too. So
yeah. Well, I'm not making fun of you. Just make sure you know that.
I know.
I can't do that. Although I did have a weird moment this
week. You did have a nice long weird moment with the voice box thing. So yeah.
Any other games? Sorry. I'll let you finish first. I got tears. I'm starting to laugh, so I can't stop laughing, bro.
What else did I play? I think that's it. But I did download a bunch of what do you call it? Game Pass games to play later that I plan on playing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A lot.
I downloaded about at least 5 of them. I'm like, ooh, let's play that one. So
dang.
So I did play the game of the week, Everspace. So we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. So I played that as well.
Yeah.
Oh, say it didn't go too well. I got a little frustrated.
I definitely have my issues
I did
with
come
it.
back to it though. I gave it another try.
I actually woke up and played it this morning.
There you go.
I woke up and I didn't even get out of bed. I just turned the Xbox on and started playing it.
Oh, by the way, we forgot to mention this. My bad. We don't have a Bobo today. Bobo said he wasn't feeling very good, so
yeah.
Bobo's not here today, obviously. If you guys haven't noticed or heard him yet, but yeah, he'll be here next week. But
Star-Lord is in chat. XDG Star-Lord. He says you'll never guess what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna guess.
Watching a podcast.
No. Are you surfing, Star-Lord? So Star-Lord's in Belgium, and he is a surfboarder.
They don't do that in
Belgium. If he's
surfing. So eating tacos. Yeah, never mind. You're still in Belgium. He's eating chocolate.
But anyway.
Oh, sorry.
On the no, that's Drusilla.
I'm sitting under the stars in nature watching the stars.
Oh, that's right. It's nighttime there. So it's about 10 o'clock. About 11:30 probably where he is. I think roughish. I think roughish.
So yeah, else I played this week. So I played Apex because they got their new season. Season 5.
Oh, that's right. I watched you guys play that.
So they got Loba.
I was right.
Dope. Maybe we'll talk about that here.
Yeah. I watched you guys play that.
I didn't put that in the notes. I'll just write Loba Apex, and we'll talk about it later, so that I have the notes for it.
Nice.
I did play Destiny with you.
Yes.
Literally, all we played was Iron Banner, which is good because I didn't want to go do the other stuff right now. It just wasn't vibing yet.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real. You know, I played Rocket League.
Yeah,
So.
you did. I watched you play that. And so you got to explain some of these modes too. You said there's a different mode every week.
Oh yeah. So every weekend we get a new mode. So this weekend we have Boomer Ball.
Boomer Ball.
And it's funny because when you think of boomer, I'm like, everyone's saying like boomers, right? Like old guys, it's slow or whatever. Nah, dude, it's like the exact opposite of slow. Like, so basically all they did is they turned ball speed up and ball bounce up like crazy. And so unlimited boost, everyone's just running around. And all of a sudden the ball is just whipping.
Really?
And it is like, yeah, dude, you'll hit it. Like if you pinch it, two people hit the ball on two sides and the ball like does the pinch out. It goes, I've seen it bouncing off the wall like 6 times before anybody could touch it because it's just going so fast. It's like,
and what's it called again?
Boomer Ball.
Huh.
And so like there's another, like, and it happens all the time too. Like if the ball hits the ceiling, it's almost like if the angle isn't like super
like
what's
at,
the word
at an angle
flat.
Or,
yeah, if it's not
like
super flat, if it's up at all, dude, it's gonna just start going up and down, and then it catches a motion where it's just like feeding itself, and like somebody has to like try to get directly underneath it for the ball to shoot in a direction. Yeah, it's funny though. Like, you're laughing, and then you just get mad, and you're really mad. Yeah, there's a lot of own goals. There's a lot of there's some skill goals you'll get in there, but for the most part, it's like, well, that was luck. Like, bounces off a wall, hits another wall, hits an accidental car because they didn't realize how fast the ball's going, and then it goes in the goal, and you're like, oh. So, and then last night, me and Bobo got this wild hair, and we talked about it last week, saying they got a new update, and you know what? I was like, let's try it. So yeah. DeeJayHerro.
Yeah, you know, I was surprised you guys jumped right onto it. You're like, yeah, let's try it. And you're like, okay. I was surprised.
We were laughing so hard. There's some funny things that happen in that game too.
It's a good game. It's really a good game.
Bro, it's like literally like ODST, guys. Like when you have somebody join you in the middle of a game, you're like sitting there, dude. Also, it's like you hear the sound. It's like boom, like it hits the ground. Like what the heck? You look back and there's just like a canister. It opens. There's a dude in there. He's like, what up?
Yeah,
sweet. There's a lot of cool things in that game.
Feeling Sphinx, thank you so much for the follow. So Cheesehead, 7 of 7 is here, everybody. Cheesehead, a couple of years ago, he told me about that game, and I actually joined. I think I joined an Xbox group. We played that one night on stream. It was a few of us, and I've noticed that it's come back. I've seen Miss B, who's also in chat, play it along with Thazrin. I forget what he's changed his name to, but a lot of people playing that, and it was early access then. And you know what's interesting, Cheesehead, is I didn't know that I purchased it because I went Life to Live. There he is, Miss B. I didn't realize that I had purchased it because last night when I was about to get off, the Cheesehead or DJ and Bobo were like, "Hey, you need to buy this game so we can all play it." And I'm like, "All right, cool." And then I went to buy it, and it showed that I already owned it. So I didn't realize that was a purchase, Cheesehead. I thought it was like a. For some reason I thought it was a free game back then, but hey, you know, I have it now, so we're gonna
like $30 right now too.
Yeah, so. Yeah, it's not even that expensive. So that's definitely a game that we should get together, play
it's like
as a
Left
group.
4 Dead. Your scavenging type is mining.
Yeah,
and we talked about it a little bit ago, like right before this, but it's literally Left 4 Dead, first person shooter with your friends.
Yeah,
with massive amounts of exploration and upgrades.
But what are the premise? The characters are dwarfs.
Yeah,
yeah,
and they are all big old
space.
beards, dude. And they're all doing crazy stuff. Yeah, DeeJayHerro.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was good times.
Yeah,
I was like, I could get down with this game.
Yeah, Dean Master. It's called DeeJayHerro, and it's like dwarfs in space, and they're miners. And it's a really interesting premise, but it's actually a fun game. And
I'm gonna give it a month till it's on Game Pass.
You think so?
That's my guess.
Because it has mixed play. It also has mixed play.
I mean, why wouldn't it go on Game Pass? I mean, it's like by definition Game Pass game.
Yeah. Oh, totally Game Pass game. That's why I thought it was on Game Pass. Yeah, the mixed play is crazy. I was watching Life to Live the other play it. and somebody put, I think, a monster in like the hole that they were digging, and it just showed up. And yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I liked it.
So this is totally random, and I'm
Uh-huh.
just gonna say that we should do this because it's what I see a lot of other podcasts do. So if somebody says something with embers, I feel like we should count that as a super chat, and we should
Oh
just
yeah, absolutely.
the first like those ones we go out of our way to make sure we
That's
read
fair.
those ones.
I think that's fair. They do that on YouTube. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
did you guys ban that guy?
yeah.
I hope so. Gosh. Oh, why? What do you need attention, bro?
Yeah.
Goodness. It's all right. At least I'll listen to some of these guys. These others like the other podcasts when you listen to them. Man, dude, they get some haters.
Yeah, I
in
can
there,
imagine.
dude.
I can
And
imagine.
like they'll pay money to get their thing said, dude. And then they just get ripped up after they say that. And it's really fun to listen to. You're like, yeah, dude, that's what I'm talking about. But also this week I played another game. Okay, I went hard on this game. I've already told you about it. You just don't remember. You'll remember when I say it. But Forza Street,
Yeah, you were playing it
I have
last
been
night
going
even.
hard on that game, dude.
Yeah.
It and it like it's almost like I'm not even racing it that much. Like I race some of like the really hard races because you have to. But if you're
Mhm.
like if you're 20, it's called PIs. Like this is your power index. If you're 20 power indexed over the race, you can just hit auto race. Boom, you don't have to race them.
I
It does
actually
it for
did
you.
play Horizon 4 this week too.
Dang,
I
bro.
did play it because it's on my
You
Xbox
need
on
to
my
chill
bedroom.
out, man.
I know. Trying to play more games. I mean, we do have a gaming podcast. I should probably do that.
It's true, and we do like gaming, so
Yeah,
that
we do love
helps too.
gaming.
You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. I look forward for doing this podcast like every week.
I do too.
Like, and
I
it's
actually
not
do
just
too.
like the fact. Like sometimes it gets to me like to plan it, and I feel like I get kind of lazy. Like this week, I feel like I was kind of lazy with it. But at the same time, it's just I had a busy week. But I'm just
Yeah.
like, man, I was like, it's just fun just to talk about
Yeah,
games,
it
and then like
is.
you hear other people talk about stuff, and you're like, man, like what a
I-
world we live in, man.
Yeah, yeah. I got something to say about this. I like being part of the conversation,
Oh,
getting it out there, and then now that we're doing this
what do you
live,
got
to
to
get other
say?
people in the conversation too. So even better.
Yeah, just so don't even. She's acting like I don't know what I was gonna talk about. I wrote a whole script. Okay.
He
All right.
does. He every week he puts together a whole little. It's cool.
I do. I have a script every single week that I make. I normally do a Saturday afternoons,
Yeah.
but
I'm
I
looking
made
at it
half
right
of
now.
it.
He has the document ready every week.
Yeah, I made it half of it on Saturday, and then I made the other half of it in 30 minutes before the show. Doesn't matter when I made it; it just matters that it has it. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, you got anything else you want to add?
No.
Okay, let's go to the first thing because this first
Yes.
thing is we're gonna start some fights right here, and I'm down. I'm down to go with some
Yeah.
arguments. So,
Yeah.
all right. So the first thing I'm just gonna read this straight from Xbox Wire. They say, "Get ready to shred again." The original Birdman, Tony Hawk, and Vicarious Visions, the studio behind Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, have come together to bring back Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, radically remastered for Xbox One and in stunning 4K resolution on One X, with updated enhanced graphics running at a frame rate crisper than a perfect 50-50 grind, 60 FPS. Okay, right there I want to add something. So you're trying to tell me that this old game, they can bring it back to 4K and put it at 60 frames per second, but they can't do this for Assassin's Creed Valhalla?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, it's dropping on September 4th, 2020. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 brings back the original levels, skaters, tricks, modes, and songs from the iconic soundtrack, plus new ways to play, including online multiplayer. So it's every song is back on there except for 5 songs.
Oh, really? Couldn't get the
Yeah.
licenses probably,
Yeah.
or they probably wanted too much money.
Did you? So I was listening to somebody say something. They said they had the disc for which one was it? It was one of the older Tony Hawks,
Mhm.
and you couldn't play it on your Xbox One, even though it's backwards compatible. But the license is on it. They weren't allowed to bring it back up.
Oh, yeah.
But there's emulators for that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah.
before we get into the argument part time, so there's this really cool thing you can get $100. You can get a freaking board, like a deck, with the game.
Yeah.
I almost did it.
Yeah.
I almost did it. You got me. I can't believe you didn't do it.
Okay, so
Here we go. I'm ready. I'm ready.
You guys know that some of you know that I used to be a skater. One of my best friends is a pro skater right now, Don Wynn. We skated together all through the 90s. He moved out to California. He goes by the Nuge, and he skates for Converse and Baker. I have one of his boards on my wall. And back in the day when it came to skating, I was really more of a fan of street and like street skating, like rails, flat ground, stuff like that. I wasn't really a big fan of like vert, like, you know, ramps and things like that. Yeah. I think it's really cool. It's very old school. Now, I used to be a BMX racer, and then I used to do freestyle on bikes. So I used to do ramps on bikes. This is the late 80s into the early 90s. Yeah. So I used to do that back then. But then I switched to skateboarding. So all through the 90s and to the 2000, I skated. And so I found that I liked ground tricks more. And this has a lot to do with why I like certain skaters. Like, I think I have mad respect for Tony Hawk. Mad respect. It's not that I don't like Tony Hawk, but the skaters that are my favorite skaters are not like you know, big air skaters like him. You know. Yeah. I like Eric Costin is my favorite skater. I've actually skated with him in LA a couple of times. Kareem Campbell, Daewon Song, like those guys, those classic guys are my favorites, and that has a lot to do with why. That has a lot to do with why I like the game Skate, more than I like Tony Hawk. You know, are they saying they can't hear me? Uh-oh. I don't know what's going on, but I can't hear DJ either now. Uh-oh, what happened? No, I can't hear anything. You're not coming through.
There we go.
There we go.
Be good now.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
I don't know why it does that. It's like my Discord. It did it the other day. It just like literally like dropped.
Oh, that's weird.
Like even Discord says Tony Hawk's better than Skate. I mean,
well, I mean, everybody's gonna say, most people. And this is why I think that people say that. This is just my opinion, but Tony Hawk came out first, so people latched on to Tony Hawk. People remember Tony Hawk. As a matter of fact, somebody that was debating with me the other day on Twitter, I owned and played all the Tony Hawks, right? And I still have all my skate games. So I asked the person, I was like, did you play the skate games? And he was like, no. He said, I played a little bit of one, but I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I think you have to play them all to say, okay, this is a better game. And then just saying, I like Tony Hawk because that's, you have nostalgia there. You have history there. A lot of people have history with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, their games. And it was the only game. If you think about it, what was the if I think about the skateboard game before that everybody knew, it was called, what was that game called? 180 or what was that game? It was a game that you could go to the arcade, and it was a stand-up arcade, and you would do the ramps, and you would
it's like a mobile skating game where it's like
no. It was like an arcade game. I want to say it was called 360 or something like that. And you would do the ramps, but you would turn the. I
don't want to say I'm young, but I'm not that old. So.
Yeah. I think it might have been before your time, but it was. But then Tony Hawk came out, and everybody was like, "Ooh, a skate game!" And it was like, you know, it was like crazy. Like Tony Hawk was. It got to the point where it's just like you were literally, you know, front side tail sliding a telephone line. You know, you were literally doing that. You know what I mean? And so I think to the point from a point of view of a person who actually skateboarded, there was just some things that so arcadey and kind of ridiculous about it that I kind of fell out of love with it. And then skate came, and it was all about learning the moves like a real skater. So that, I think that's why I connected to it, because if you wanted to do a kickflip, you had to move the stick in a certain way to make it kickflip. You can't just like press a button and do a kickflip. You had to flick the stick. You had to do a a swipe around, to do a ollie
Yeah.
flip. You know what I mean? To do doubles.
I like what Junior said though. So he says I think Tony Hawk and Skate is like comparing COD and Battlefield. So it's like Call of Duty was always very fast paced to shoot, run around.
Right.
Everyone's just full sprint shooting.
Yeah.
But in Battlefield, it's more focused and it's more
But
say more
you also
realistic.
have to remember these games weren't out really at the same time. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Like
That's true.
Skate was a whole new like technology. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
not just it was a whole new style of gameplay, a whole generation of gamers. You know what I mean? And so, having played them both, I saw Skate as an improvement of a skateboard game, as opposed to just like Skate. Tony Hawk Skate reminded me of what was the snowboarding game? Tricky SSX.
Yeah,
Remember SSX, where it was very arcadey, but it was like really fast paced and fun. Where Skate to me was like, okay, no, you got to really learn these tricks if you really want to be good at this game. And in order to get high points, you've got to do a sequence of tricks. You got to make a run. You know what I mean? It's like it really forced you to be a skater, and I just like that. I like that. So that's my take on it. I don't. It's not that I think that Tony Hawk Pro Skater is a bad game, except for 5. 5 was pretty terrible, but
yeah.
I just think that Skate is
my
better.
favorite Tony Hawk game, Underground. I loved Underground.
Oh yeah,
the first one.
Underground.
Oh, it was such a good story.
Yeah.
But I didn't even play Skate because like around the
Yeah.
Skate time is the time of my life where like I got into like very heavy into like playing like Halo. I got into playing Call of Duty, and like it was like I got on, I played that stuff.
Yeah.
That was all I did.
Yeah.
Like,
and
every day.
And Junior brings up a very good point in chat. By the way, what's up, Junior? He says Tony Hawk was very arcadey, which I agree with, which I think appeals to more people, where Skate is very technical. And Tony Hawk, anybody can jump into Tony Hawk. You don't have to know skateboarding just to do a bunch of cool stuff, as Junior says. It's true. Anybody could play Tony Hawk, whether you skated or not. Like it was a super fun game for everybody to play, where like I was really into the skaters that were in. Well, I mean, actually Tony Hawk had a lot of skaters in it too. Don't get me wrong. They had a lot of skaters, but I was really into the technical part of Skate, which I really enjoyed. Like I would literally still sometimes, I may actually do it later tonight, I will load up Skate 2 and I will do in my head like I would do if I was really going skating. Like, for example, like when we would go skate, my friends, we go, okay, let's go to the 3-5 building, which is these 2 buildings in Oklahoma City. So we would go to that building, we would skate all day. Like we had certain spots that we like to skate. So when I load up Skate 2, I know that there's a spot in that game that I specifically like to just skate. And I like going to that spot and just skating it for hours, just like I would in real life. And that's what really drew me to that game, So
I'll tell
that's
you
just
what,
me.
though, Jedi Spidey makes a good point though. That soundtracks on Tony Hawk Pro Skaters, they definitely shaped a lot of people's soundtracks for the rest of their life.
That's true, but here's the thing, though. A lot of people, I don't think people realize the soundtrack that Skate had. Skate had a really good. It had Gangstar. It had Black Flag. It had tons of really good. I think people are not giving the credit for the soundtrack for Skate, because the Skate soundtrack was really good. It was actually really good. You need to look up the soundtrack for Skate. Yeah, they both had great soundtracks, but I think at that point, people were off the skating stuff, and then like Junior said, the Skate game wasn't something that you could just jump into. You know what I mean? It was super technical, and the Jeegs is who I was talking to on Twitter. I think that technical part was not appealing to a lot of people. For me, I thought it was a crazy advancement in technology to bring a more realistic skate experience into a video game. So that's why I felt that the game was better.
I've watched a lot of people play it on stream actually.
I love that game. I might stream it this week. I'm not even joking.
Well, I think early days of Mixer, dude. I was watching Tim Dubs play. He'd like bring in kids and they'd like be talking trash, bro. And they'd have like they'd play Skate right there, dude. Like they'd go at it, like who could do the better. I was like, damn, this is fun to watch.
Yeah. You're right, Junior. Junior says Skate's strengths were its visuals and technicalities, and Tony Hawk had accessibility, and that's true. It's very true.
Boom.
Very true.
So, are you gonna get this though?
No, probably not.
It's only $40.
Probably not. I'd rather play Skate 3. I'd rather just go backwards compatible, play Skate. Yeah, there we go. See, DC. I'd rather play Skate 3. Yeah.
What? So didn't they joke? Well, they were joking about it, but supposedly no one's working on the new Skate.
No, but then there's that Sessions game, which what's going on with that?
I don't know either, man. It's like it comes up and then it kind of goes away.
Yeah,
because that was 2 E3s ago, right?
Yeah.
And they announced like a closed beta. I'm pretty sure you can actually play Skate on PC or Session right now.
Well, we talked about it on a few podcasts ago. Our earlier podcast, we talked about something came up about Sessions, you know. But then you know, with everything going on with the global, this whole thing going on, it's probably not helping anything, you know. So.
Okay, so it says Sessions, upcoming skateboard video game developed by Montreal independent developer, Creature Studios for Microsoft Windows and Xbox One. It was released Steam Early Access on September 17th, 2019, with a full release to be announced at a later date.
All right.
So we don't know what it's gonna. But yeah, you can play it on PC right now. I thought I was like, I'm pretty sure you can play it on PC.
That doesn't help me, but Sessions sounds like a show on Cinemax.
Tell you, bro.
A little saxophone playing in the background, hammer shot. Sessions.
It looks cool, but you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
What's up, Davey Little?
What's going on, Davey Little? Well, right now, Animal Crossing's taking over my gaming life. Jedi Spidey,
that's a lot of people.
Right there with you. That's a lot of people. I just started it, so I had to pick the right time to start it. So we'll see. We'll see if I get that into it.
You guys, I hope everybody this morning got to their turnips, because I believe it is now too late to get your turnips for the week. Best of luck with your prices this week.
Yeah, I just started Animal Crossing last night, Junior.
Okay, next. Oh, wait. If you want to keep talking about Animal Crossing, we can talk about Animal Crossing.
No. Let's go on.
I wanted to go to this. I mentioned it. I brought it up because it's a soft spot. But yeah, 30 FPS for Assassin's Creed Valhalla was they said, let's take the quote. They said it is their minimum that they have for Xbox Series X. 4K 30 frames per second on an Xbox Series X.
Like you said the other day, dude. What did you say the other day would be better?
I would rather have 1080p 60 frames per second.
Exactly.
Bro, this thing is not a weak little box, bro. Like my Series X is doing it on the games already.
Yeah.
Like, early generation, it was already doing it. You know what I mean? Like now it's like it's gonna be the same on PlayStation. Now my guess is, bro, right though, like 1080p, 100 frames per second would be dope.
On
but
1080p,
like, I'd take a 60, like, and some people will be like, 30 frames per second, 60 frames per second, your eyes can't see it, bro. If you've ever played 30 frames per second and you've ever played 60 frames per second, I'm telling you, it's gonna mess you up.
Yeah.
Like now that you have a Series X, you can see it. Like I'll be playing Rocket League, and sometimes it'll like you can see the frames change while you're playing sometimes, based on how much is happening in the game. Like it'll be 30, and all of a sudden it's like 60, and you're like, what in the heck happened? Go play Apex for a night, then go play Destiny 2. Play Destiny 2 on your Xbox, then try it on PC, and you'll be like, what? Or you can even watch people play it. But like,
yeah.
Now, people did make a good point. They're saying that with it, they said minimum. They're probably saying that they're not 100% sure they can keep a whole 60 frames per second the whole game. And so based on like how they linked animations to frame rate and different things like that.
Yeah.
And they're making it for 4 consoles basically, right?
Right.
Instead of just 2 consoles. Like this is low generation and high generation. They're trying to hit both of those at the same time. And then what about people that have OG Xbox Ones? Like this is a weird spot to be putting out your games. And so I get that, but they're putting it out on PC. Like we're getting to the point where like Xbox uses DirectX 12, which is basically the same APIs, but not basically. It is the same. It is the same. 1440p looks amazing too.
Yeah.
People 4K looks great. I don't need 4K. 1440 like is you notice the difference at 1440, but I don't know. Sorry, that's an emotional one. I've been hearing a lot of people arguing about it. And I'm just like, and then people are like, "Oh man, it's gonna work. It's gonna look better on the PlayStation 5. They're gonna have 60 frames per second." And you're like, "Oh, that's a whole nother thing." You know, we could talk about that a little bit. Actually.
You know, so Junior. So Junior brought up something that I've been diving into a little bit more. He says that people are sleeping on 1440p. So I've been setting. So the cameras, a lot of the cameras that I use, specifically this one that I'm doing the podcast with right now, is the cinema camera. So it goes up to 2.5K. So I can go up a little higher if I want to. 1440p it actually is dramatically improvement on visually. It doesn't seem like it would be that much bigger than 1080, but it actually is dramatically an improvement. And so it's not. It's definitely something I think Junior's right. People are sleeping on 1440 because then you don't have to go super high to 4K, right? But you could still get an improvement on visually. Like I think last night. Well, I think I talked about this week. I've reset up my stream. I've done some things and improved the stream quality of the visually. And somebody asked me last night if I was on PC, and I'm like, no. But 1440 is definitely something I think it's a good step up to where you're not going full on 4K and then putting a huge load on your system. Yeah. So I'm with Junior on that. But 1440 and 60 frames per second, heck yeah, man. Because that's just right above HD, but not quite 4K. But still, and I bet you they could do that. I bet you they could do 1440 at 60.
Now, I'm going to call this too, though. If we did 1440 or 1080 on this, that game should be doing 120 frames per second.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. With the machine, with the Series X, with the hardware that it's going to have, it should be able to do that. 2020,
man. Like,
yeah, it's true.
It's like these we're past the days of 30 frames per second. It shouldn't be there anymore.
It's true.
But you watch movies in 29 frames per second, so
still, well, actually they're 24. Well, they go, but 24? It's 23.9. That 23.98 is what gives you that film look. So I can set this camera here that I'm using a cinema camera right now. I could set it from 20 to 30 to 60, and you totally see the difference. When I go up to 60 or whatever, it looks like video, But when I film a lot of things, I purposely use 23 or it's 24 basically to get that film look. I like the film look for certain things, but when it comes to video games, things like this, live streaming, people do want to see for example, when I do the the YMV TV, I want it to look like professional film, you know what I mean? So I set the camera to look that way. But I mean, video, you want to see details in the game, You don't want to see 24 frames per second,
True.
You want to see details. You want to see movement, and so.
I mean, if it's there, you want to see it, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah. Oh.
It is, yes, it is. That's right. It's also cheaper because that's right. The effects are cheaper at 24 frames per second. Once you get to 60, you got the detail. They're going to see every little, because the thing too, at 24, the blur, like the motion blur, it hides a lot of stuff. It hides, things that don't look real. You can get away with a lot of stuff at 23 frames per second. So, but game developers, they can't do that. People want to,
They'll tear that thing apart, man.
Yeah, they will. They will. Hey, Slay. Slay's in chat. What's up, Slay?
That's true. Sweet. Well, let's talk about the next thing. So, Apex Legends.
Yeah.
Kind of mentioned this a little bit. They got their season 5 update. It looks good. So, the map is they changed Kings Canyon and back around to the original map that we used to play. They changed it around. They got rid of a bunch of things, added a bunch of things. They put in a new character. They nerfed characters. They buffed characters. It's all over the place, and you're trying to figure it out. But the new character is Loba. So
I watched a lot of people play her.
See, Junior's got me there. Thick. That's what we'll say. Anyways, dude. Well, so supposedly the rumor is that they made her thick for hitbox. They're trying to balance out female hitboxes to male hitboxes.
Oh, yeah.
Because most of the male guys, especially like Caustic and what's the big old dude with the shields? I can't even think of his name now.
No,
I just lost his name.
Gibraltar.
Gibby.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they got really big hitboxes, so they need a girl to kind of fit that because all the other girls are very short and skinny.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but you know what I mean. But anyways, um, dude, she's got some sick freaking powers though, dude.
Yeah.
So she runs around with this staff, right? So her one ability, she takes her bracelet, throws it, and then where the bracelet lands, she teleports to it.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Which is sick.
Yeah.
Like
That is pretty cool.
And then on top of that, her ult is dope. So her ult, she has her staff, she throws it down, she like, shop is open. And then basically everything in like this, you'll see it on the map, it'll put like a little blue circle, and everything that's inside that circle can be grabbed just from there, from her ult. So like you go, like everybody goes up to it and you can just pick the stuff that you want. So like say there was a purple armor, you didn't know where it was.
Right.
2 item cap, you're correct. Is it 2 item cap per person or is it per the entire thing? I wanted to see what Junior says on that.
Per person.
Per person. Okay. So, but like we did it and you're like, oh, I need all this ammo. You're like, grab all this ammo. You're like, oh, I need this. And yeah, so it's sweet. Enemies included. So enemies can come grab from it too. We didn't play it that much to notice that. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I'm still trash at the game, but you know, we did win a game. So that was great.
I am not good at that game at all, which is crazy because I actually do like that game. I actually really do like it. I just don't play it enough. I hardly ever play that game. I just need to play it.
And so I was saying that we did well. The thing is, like every time you come back to those games when they do updates, is trying to figure out how to use your guns and what guns do what.
Yeah.
Like trying to gauge the recoil on a lot of those guns. Gosh dang. Like which one did I went for? I can't remember the guns anymore. The heavy auto rifle. And you run out of ammo a lot faster, it feels like too, yeah. But it was like you shooting it. I was like, oh man, this thing used to be like you got it purpled out. It was great. It had no recoil. And then all of a sudden, no, not Havoc, the other one. Oh, you're saying Havoc is the greatest of all? But like, dude, I'd be shooting, it was like looking at the ceiling. I'm like, what the heck just happened? I'm like, you're just trying to shoot a gun. Maybe not that bad, but it felt like that, dude. Yeah, you're just like, what the heck? I've been using like the R99 and I'm like looking at the ceiling. I'm like, I swear I was looking at the guy, but whatever. And then you're like, whoa, lag, bro. What's lag? Or you yell 1 hit. That's my favorite when people yell that. He's 1 hit. You're like, no, I hit him once. That's Destiny though, huh?
Yeah.
No, dude, what is it called? Something line. Some blood. I want to say it's not bloodline. Something else.
Oh, what's it called? Something line. Oh, dang! Why is that? That's escaping me.
Dude, it's a green auto rifle.
Yeah.
Not the Spitfire. The other one. Next one down.
Hemlock.
No,
Flatline.
Flatline.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Jesus. You would think it wouldn't be that hard because there's only like what 10 guns in that game. Gosh.
Yeah.
Maybe there's more than 10 guns. I feel like maybe there's more. Yeah, there should be more. So they did change something to the Peacekeeper is now a yellow gun instead of the Mastiff, and so it's just they changed the shotgun so it comes out fully decked out and it hits when you get it.
What's up, DJ Dopestar? Just
you
joined
charge
chat.
that bad boy up. Why is that giving me notifications?
You haven't seen me play it in. You would think your teammates are great. That's what I say. That's what I say, Josh. Like, I just don't play the game enough to get comfortable enough with it. And I think what I need to do is I need to. Oh, okay, there we go.
That was weird. That must have been a mixture thing because that was weird. That would hit both of us at the exact same time.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. Good thing we're recording this externally. But what I need to do is I just need to go like maybe just a couple of weeks of just playing the game over and over and over, and then I can get. That's the same thing with Warzone. Like I get in Warzone and I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like I don't know because I never play the game. But I just need to sit down and just play it.
I like Warzone a lot. I feel like it got in that game, man.
I like the way the game looks too. Like just the animation, everything in that game at Warzone, I really like too.
It's true.
Pirates. I haven't played Warzone in I don't know. When's the last time I played Warzone?
It was probably with us, wasn't it?
Yeah, but think of how long. Was that a couple of weeks ago?
A couple months ago.
I was gonna say it was a while back. Yeah. I'm just.
You've been on a BR fix? Bro, me and Slay did play one a few times, and I had to carry him a couple times. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Lies. Nah, I'm just kidding. So yeah, that's Apex.
Yeah.
You deleted Warzone? Did you rage it? Happens.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Dang,
watched.
look, Pirate,
I
throw
did.
my symbol in the air. What's the symbol look like, Pirates? We doing like a
I
pirate
watched a
flag?
lot of people play the new Apex this past week, though. A lot of people.
Dude, Quan, I've been watching him like every day.
Yeah, Quanticus. Yeah,
I get on in the morning and he's on. I'm like,
Yep.
I'll just watch him.
Yep. I watched Quanticus
And then I
play
try
that.
to use cards on him all the time, but he had them turned off this week. The
Oh.
stream loose cards. I was kind of mad about that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So let's talk about the next thing, because this one I'm actually pretty excited about. So this is Kart Rider Drift. I don't know if you guys see Kart Rider, but it's pretty sick.
Really?
So it says
never
Kart Rider is
played
the
it.
latest iteration of the Kart Rider franchise, free-to-play racing game with a global audience of over 300 million players. With fierce competition and huge fans of the car racing genre, the Kart Rider franchise has made revolutionary changes to ensure an expansive, accessible, and engaging game that appeals to newbies and diehard racing. Well, I love that word, aficionados. But that is one of the weirdest looking words I've ever seen.
It's also a weird word to use it on this subject, but whatever.
I'm not gonna lie, I looked at aficionados and I thought it said pistachios. I don't know why.
I hadn't heard of it either. Hammershot in chat says he hadn't heard of it. I haven't heard of it either. And it's a cute little game.
It's an Asian game. It's Asia or whatever. Asian. That sounded racist. My bad. Asia game. It's big over there.
Yeah. Okay.
But there's a closed beta that starts on June 3rd, and you can sign up and pre-download the game if you get a head start on this date.
It says Xbox One.
I'll give you guys the link for it right here so you guys can all see it.
So it's exclusive?
Sign up for it in the chat.
Is it
no, I think everybody's gonna get it.
Oh, okay, because the platforms right now it says for Kart Rider Drift are Xbox One and Microsoft Windows.
Maybe Microsoft is buying the rights on this, not buying the whole rights, but you know what I mean? They're like, hey, we'll just give us the API and we'll bring it over to Xbox. Yeah. And they're like, okay.
Yeah.
And we'll give you $30 million. Here you go. Like, oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like Xbox right now. They're just like throwing money at everybody. Like, hey, can we have your game? Cool, thanks, bye. So yeah, if you guys want to sign up for it, I posted the link in the chat. I'll put the link too in the notes so that you guys can all see it later. The people that are listening to it. I don't know how many people are actually gonna get into it, but it looks cool. Yeah, Mario Kart, but free to play, faster, all kinds of different things. There's like, put it on Game Pass. Bet it
Both
will
Game
be.
Pass, yeah.
I bet it will be eventually.
Especially if it's free to play. I mean.
Yeah, so this is just beta, so they're just signing up, and then there's like they have giveaways and stuff too. But that's, I don't know, it looks cool. You guys should definitely check it out.
The characters.
You're not wrong, Junior. So on the PC Game Pass, they just got a Hotline Miami. Did you ever play that, Yogomi?
I didn't. What is it?
Well,
Hotline
Miami is like it's kind of like a, I don't know how to explain it. Is it over the top? It's like over the top angle kind of down brawler, kind of like Streets of Rage, which is weird. They both came out like the exact same time. But yeah, it's a weird game. But like the music in the game, it's like how we like Streets of Rage. Yo, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, it's a top down. It's top down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks cool. It plays cool too. I was watching people play it.
Oh, I have seen this. I never played it.
X1 Bros have it as they do like a game of the month kind of thing, and that's their game this month.
Huh.
So they're all playing it, but
oh, nice.
It's like $20 and you get all of them. So.
Huh.
Sorry, needed some water there.
It's got an 80s vibe to it, which I like.
Yeah. Dang, we've been we've been recording this for 51 minutes.
Time flies, man.
I wasn't even looking at the time. I'm just doing my own thing. I'm like,
time flies when we're
1v1 me in a podcast. I feel like we're gonna beat you in that, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, do you have a podcast? Oh,
yeah,
whatever your name is. You don't? Well, then you lose. So that's how that works.
Anyways, so this week we played a game, everybody. Kind of played it. So we played Everspace. I'm gonna just read the things because it's from Wikipedia and they explain it a lot better than I could. They say Everspace is a space combat game in which the player progresses through a number of sectors with increasing difficulty. In this game, the player is expected to die.
Yeah.
With each death, you can spend earned credits into perks, which in turn facilitates your following run. The players can find weapons and add-ons that can be used during the current run. Players also given the ability to craft and upgrade various systems on their ship, including weapons, maneuverability, and shielding. An overarching storyline is revealed as the player reaches certain points in the run for the first time. You can also meet NPCs, which will give you different objectives to complete in the current or following runs, and they will reward you when you complete their tasks.
Yeah.
I did not play it enough to give it a fair anything. I mean, I did not vibe with it. I tried so hard.
So I could tell you the problems with it. So let's just go down the list. Let's start with graphics, and then I'll tell you about each of the problems with each one.
So I didn't have a problem with graphics.
Graphics were
I'm
amazing.
I should say amazing. Yeah, because I turned on my 4K and I was like, holy crap.
The graphics were so good. Like, really amazing. It really was. It was like, especially for an indie game, you know, for an indie company. I mean, they did not mess around when it came to graphics. The graphics were really, really good. Just being in space, the whole. I don't know. I don't want to discredit them in any way. I don't know if it's easier to do an environment like that because you're not building like mountains and streets and cars and buildings and other.
Well,
you know what I mean?
All background, and then you just focus on
right
meteors, basically, or little asteroids, or whatever you want to call them.
But that doesn't change the fact that I still thought it was amazing. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So graphics were amazing.
Yeah. All right. Story.
There we go. That's what I was waiting for.
Was there a story?
Exactly. Story.
I was like,
took a complete.
I see a map and it wants me to go from this point to that point. All right.
And you have to, like, I played the game as much as I could before I was like, okay, you have to play the game a lot to even get into any kind of story. I don't know, at the very beginning, there's a sort of like a narrative, right, that tells you what's going on and why you're going out. But then you're just out doing these things, and I like the idea.
It should be fixed now.
Okay, I like the idea of your AI or something talking to you, but it doesn't really tell you that much. You know what I mean? It's just like the story was pretty much non-existent. It was like not there, and it should a game like this should have a narrative the whole way through, because then you're just like, why am I doing this? You know?
Yeah.
For the most of the time playing the game, I was like, what is this for? Is this just like an exercise or what? You know? Because there was this whole thing at the beginning. There was the whole dramatic thing that happened at the beginning, and now I haven't heard anything about that for a while now. So, yeah, story, no. I'm gonna put not my game for story.
That's fair. Yeah, it was. I was like, I really like asked myself like the whole time. I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, run over here, shoot these. Like, don't shoot those, because you shoot those, all shit's about to go crazy.
Yeah. It's just weird. Yeah, it was just weird.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
You like shoot those little yellow guys, dude. All of a sudden, you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
And then they like fly directly in your flight path where you're trying to shoot the other guys.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's just like, I don't know. I didn't like the story.
Now the next one is where I had the problem. With
Same.
I could not get it to sit. Like the flying in that game just did not feel right.
Did you change the control settings?
I should have to push forward just to go forward and let me pull backwards to go up.
So
I should have turned it to plane mode.
That was, I think it was control setup C. Like, I had to keep going through the controls to find one that felt right.
I should have done that, because I could not get that, like the floating up and down thing. Like, I was like,
but here's the thing though, it's obvious that game was made for mouse and keyboard. It's obvious. And as a matter of fact, Junior was with me at PAX South when we demoed it there. I demoed it at PAX West as well, and I really like it. Like, I really like the game. I'm a fan of those type of games, but I think I just need more, what do you call it, purpose. You know what I mean? Yeah. I can't just be like go here, go there. I need purpose, and you can't just dazzle me with graphics and stuff, because we know there's like 8-bit, 16-bit games that are way more engaging than that.
Yeah.
You know? So,
true.
But it took me, I could not get the controlling, like, flying down. And so I'm like, okay, what are the other controls? What else can I do? So I think I went to D, and then I went to C, I think C is where I landed, where you push forward, you move forward, pull back, you go backwards. But then it remaps your other buttons to other weird things. So
Yeah.
that's their biggest problem to me, is getting the controls to work on intuitively on a controller, because I think that's their biggest drawback right now, is the way that the controller is set up does not lend the game to intuitive gameplay. It just doesn't.
Yeah.
At all. And I think, you know who has it? You know who has it down? Battlefront 2. Because when you go and you play Battlefront 2 and you go to the space scenes, it's intuitive. You just know what to do and where to go, you know? And but I think because this game was really focused, first focused on keyboard and mouse, I think it was hard to, they didn't translate it over to control, unfortunately, you know?
Yeah.
So that's just
hey JMB, thanks for that sub, man. Yeah, Mixer's been having a problem with their sub.
Yeah,
when I would call the count. So it's actually, I think today is actually my 3-year partner anniversary.
Really? Are you serious?
Yeah.
GG, dude.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I was kind of looking. I was like, you know what? It's actually been. Yeah, I was like, I thought about it. I did like the date in my head, and I was like,
oh wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
So,
2 years, 2 months.
she
said it's been around for a while.
No, it's not that long. I'm not at 3 years yet.
You have to be, because I'm at 2 years, dude.
No, it's for your join though.
For your join. Okay, you're right. Yeah.
My sub date was, I got my sub button right after E3. It was right after E3.
2000 what? 18? No, 17. Right?
It would be it's almost 3 years ago.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
You're almost at 3 years. Yeah, you're almost at 3 years. There you go. Look at that.
Close.
James been down since day one, it looks like.
Dude, JMB is my first big dono. He's like my first everything. Dude,
oh wow.
I think I have 2 people day one still that are still subbed. Or
That's
3.
Awesome.
I have 3 people that are subbed to day one still.
That's awesome.
Anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, gameplay.
Yeah. No, they got a lot of work to do.
Yeah. I did it again, Yogomi. Replay ability. It's 2 different things, dude.
Okay, so
I've actually heard about that game, Rapture.
So here's the thing.
I didn't like the replay. I didn't want to come back.
No.
I was then it was you can go back and beat the things to get more XP and credits and materials and stuff. And I was
they need to fix 2 things, and that's story and gameplay for me to come back.
Yeah.
And I honestly, if they fixed the gameplay, I'd go back. I'd actually if they fixed the controls and the gameplay and made it a bit more fluid and intuitive.
Yeah,
I'd be
you made a good point though. What you said with Battlefront 2, I loved those space battles in Battlefront 2. It felt good.
It really felt good. You knew where to go. It felt solid.
But I think though too in Battlefront there was a what do I want to call it, I don't know how to explain it. There's a linear
it is linear.
So you're flying is you feel like that's the ground.
Right.
Even though you're in space, there is no ground, but that's the flat level.
Yeah.
I always think about that in movies and stuff. They always show all the ships flat together. I'm like, bro, let's be real, dude. In a space battle, no one's showing up to that battle facing the same way, dude. Everyone's gonna be all dude, angled all weird.
Yeah, that's true.
The new one.
Yeah, the new
Battlefront I've heard of. But yeah, so I feel like that's kind of what they were. That's what they were trying to do with it, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're trying to give it a more realistic feel.
Because if you're going up, it's like when we played Deliver Us the Moon and you were at 0 gravity.
Yeah,
you're there was times you were like, "Whoa, you gotta be
which
kidding
way
me.
do I go?
How am I gonna angle this?" Yeah.
Yes.
Where's the floor at again?
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. But so. Back to replayability. I'm not gonna play it again.
Nah, I'm gonna see whenever Space 2 comes out, I'm gonna see if they made some improvements. But I wouldn't mind emailing them, because I actually have contact and some cards from the studio, some people that I talked to from the studio. So I could email them and see, hey, we talked about your game on the podcast, and this is the problems that we had. And, you know, see if they're talking about improving some of those things, to see if they've got the same kind of feedback from other people. Because it's a good game. I think it has a lot of potential. You know, it's just they need to work on some stuff, a lot of stuff. The gameplay, and they need to work on story. They got the graphics down. The graphics are good.
True. It's true.
Yep.
So overall,
I'm gonna put good. I'm not gonna say not my game, because it is kind of my game. It's totally like kind of game I like, but it's just they need to work on some things. So I'm gonna put
love space battles, and I did not like this one.
Yeah.
And this game is space battles.
It's fair.
What's that one game coming out? What do we have? The game that they just announced the other day. Chorus.
Yeah. Oof. That looks good.
We'll see how that one goes, though.
My stomach is growling so bad. I hope it's not coming through on the mic.
That'd be cool, actually. If it was like you'd hear your stomach growling with the microphone, you're like, what's that sound? Tell you what, though. Never mind. You know, that's not important.
No, what?
Sometimes you have bodily functions, you know, and you're streaming, and like you need to release pressure. And sometimes you like make loud noises, so it doesn't show up on your microphone.
Yeah, true. If
Elite
you want
Dangerous.
a good, I suggest Elite Dangerous. Okay, we'll look into that.
DeeJayHerro. I went there. I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm gonna go with good as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like make it loud.
That's fair.
So, and we already talked about what you would fix. So
yeah, I know what I would fix.
That was our game of the week.
Yeah.
Now here's the problem: we didn't talk about a game of the week for next week.
Oh yeah, we didn't.
So Alan Wake comes out on the 21st. That's still pretty far away. I'd rather work on a game that's like now. Maybe I could honestly do Alan Wake next week, but I think I was looking at games that just came out recently. I don't know if you're interested in it, but did you see Hyperdot?
I didn't.
So Hyperdot's very like arcadey kind of feel. Like, how do I explain it? I don't know how to explain it. Like, imagine you're moving they're moving. Like, say you got this target, right? And you got to like move it around and dodge these things while you're collecting points. And then like there's objects flying all over the place. And there's like dark modes. I don't know. That was my suggestion. If you got one you'd rather play, though.
Let's do it. I'm down. You know me.
Because I don't want to say it's like an easier game, because I guarantee there's going to be parts where you're going to be like, yeah, this sucks.
Let's do it.
Which is
What's
fair,
up, Danny? Danny,
you want that to happen.
Dropping cookies in chat. Yeah, let's do it. I'm down. Let's do it. I need to play different games.
495 megabytes. So
yeah, let's do it. I'm down.
So yeah, we'll do it. This is a fun game. This is gonna
be
like
one of
games
those ones
where
though.
we can actually stream it and talk to people.
Yeah.
Cheats Have you not played Streets of Rage 4?
Dude, yeah.
That's why we played
our game last week. Yeah, we played Streets of Rage 4.
20 hours in a week.
Yeah, geez, had. Yeah, I think it launched on Game Pass, right? Didn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yo, that's a good game.
Yeah.
Yo, but I will be playing Deep Rock Galactic this week.
I may be jumping in on that too.
You want to play it solo? Josh, why do you play with us? You just tell me you're going to play it, and I'll be like, oh, I'll play that. I'll play that game anytime. All right, so Xbox games coming out this week. Yo, I'm so excited for this one on the 19th. And I hope some of you guys buy it too, because this game is dope. It's been on PC for a long time. So it's called Golf with Your Friends.
Oh yeah, I have seen that.
So May 19th,
Mr. Wild Starfish play that actually.
Yeah, it is so much fun, dude. Like, it's playing mini golf, but everybody's playing mini golf at the same time.
Yeah.
Golf with your frenemies. Yeah, and you turn on contact, dude. I don't know if it's crossplay. I know it's coming out on like all platforms at the exact same time. But like everybody, like you could turn on contact in that, dude. Everybody's just smacking each other, dude. Like, oh, it's good times. And there's like jumping. It's gonna be full rage, yo. And it's one of those games like I wish it was on Game Pass. That is like, we always say it, but like definition of Game Pass games, where it's like, yes.
Yeah.
It might do crossplay through Play Anywhere. I don't know. You have to look into it. But so also on the 19th, a Fold Apart, Bullet Beat. On the 20th, you got Concept Destruction, and then we got this game coming out on the 22nd, Maneater. Have you guys seen this game yet? Have you seen this one yet?
I haven't seen it.
I think you might vibe with this one. So you're literally playing a shark, and you're just bombing around, eating people from everything, dude. Like, you're taking them out of boats, you'll jump on the beach and like grab people and eat them. Like,
It's got decent reviews too. Like,
yo, it's got good graphics too, which is even crazier. Oh
this sounds
man, dude.
crazy.
I was
That's
looking at the
exactly
dates,
what I
dude.
was thinking. Cheesehead. She said, "Put the Daryl Hall and John Oates gif in the chat." I was thinking the same thing.
Rap it's kind of like
Outlaw
Outlaw
Golf.
Golf, yeah, but it's fun, it's colorful. That game, it's got really cool maps and stuff. Also on the 22nd, Monstrum. The 21st, The Persistence. What was the game there's one of the games I was watching and I can't remember which one it was now. Saints Row the Third Remastered comes out on the 22nd. Is there a Land Shark DLC? Well, I hope there's a Sharknado DLC because anyways.
Lawn Shark.
So Cool Bunny comes out on the 22nd, and The Taller I Grow comes out on the 22nd.
Nice.
And then since last episode, we didn't get to talk about this, but Final Fantasy 9
Oh yeah.
came out on Game Pass, which is huge. So we're slowly getting all of them. Eventually, we'll have them all, but it's a work in progress.
Nice.
And then Alan Wake's anniversary is on
20.
this day, the 21st. Yeah, their 10-year anniversary of it is coming out on the 21st. 10 year. I want to say it's 10 year. Maybe it's not 10 year. It's something year. That's one of them. We'll just say that. We'll say it's one of the years.
Yeah.
Comes out on the 21st. So Alan Wake comes to Game Pass on the 21st.
Nice.
And you know what's cool about that game? So a lot of people have been playing Control. So Control and Alan Wake are in the same universe.
Ah, that's true.
And
That
there's
is true.
links to Alan Wake all over the place. And so I actually really excited for Alan Wake because I want to beat it because I want to know what everybody's talking about. They're saying like the end is super confusing.
I've never played it.
Yeah, I haven't either, but they're saying like the end of it, you're like, what the freak just happened? And now they're saying that this new expansion that just got announced for Control called AWE or A is going to answer some of those questions, which is really kind of cool that they did that. So they're bringing them full circle. Dang, you're going monster today? You're going hardcore, dude.
Yeah.
About to do a drum stream too? Or did you do your drum stream?
I haven't done the drum stream yet. It's after this.
Hey, you want to stream Deep Rock Galactic tonight?
I could.
We could all play that tonight. We can get a whole squad together tonight.
Yeah, I'm down.
Go crazy.
I'm diggy down.
So I was gonna talk about something else, but we've actually done really good with time. So there's something else I wanted to talk about instead of the other thing I was gonna talk about.
Uh-oh.
I wanted you to explain to us what this Yogomi Show Me is
Oh.
and when it is, so that
Okay.
people can look forward to this.
All right. So,
JD.
so it turns out that the first show is way more. It requires way more production than I envisioned. So
Yeah.
it got postponed for a week. So it will be going. It will be live this week. So when I started the whole Yogomi project, it was all based around all geek culture, cosplay, Comic-Cons, comic books, sci-fi movies, horror movies, obviously video games, anime, manga, all that stuff. Like it's just geek culture is what I wanted to cover.
Yeah.
And then I started streaming, and I noted I noted that streaming has a lot of focus on video games, but obviously you guys know that I've taken it really more towards music since I've been streaming. But I wanted to figure out a way, how can I bring what the original idea of Yogomi was or is supposed to be back? And so, but how do I get people in the chat engaged? Like, I want engagement. I want people to genuinely be engaged with these streams, with the content.
Yeah.
So a few years ago, there's a person that follows me on Twitter. He was one of my first followers. We still follow each other. He's in Australia, I believe. And he would always send me these challenges. There's a movie challenge that's going to be coming up pretty soon. But the first one of the things he sent me was the superhero movie challenge. And so this was a couple of years ago. So I was going to answer it. I was going to respond to it. And then the more I looked at it, I was like, you know what? I bet I could make content out of this. Yeah. I was like, I bet I can make content out of this. I bet I could take all of these answers and then make something out of it. So what I did was I took the questions and I put all my answers to them, and then I did research on each of the answers, from like, let's say, video to photos to all that other stuff. And so I was going to make a video of it. I was just going to make a YouTube video of it, to where I actually just put all the answers on a YouTube video and just put them out there. But then I started streaming, and I really enjoy the interaction and the engagement that I have in chat, especially with this community, because this community is really so much fun, super awesome. And so I thought, wait a minute, how can I get the chat involved? So then I thought, well, why don't I just give them all the same challenge, let them get their answers together, and then we all get together in a stream, and then everybody gets to share what their answer is, or what their answers are to all these questions, and then I will share my answer, but in a more presentation type of way, where it's sort of like a TV show. So it's basically we have a live TV show. It's like a geek culture show. It's a TV show, only I'm not the only host. Everybody gets to be involved. Everybody gets to get their give their answers and their responses. And so what I did was, in Discord, I put all the it's 20 questions. I put the 20 the 20 questions in there, the questionnaire in there, and I also put a PDF, so if they want to download it, they can download it and, you know, excuse me, get their answers together, or they could just have it up on the screen when the show goes live. Because, like, I know the answers to all my questions. Like, I could rattle them off just by looking at it. But I thought it'd be really cool to
Soft
get...
flex.
Yeah, it'd be really cool to get everybody's response. So every show, Yogomi Show Me, is going. That's how the show is going to work. We'll have new subjects each time, and I'll put the those questions in Discord. Everybody will be able to get those questions, look at them, and go, okay, I've got my answers ready. It could be anything. It could be anime. It could be horror movies, and it may not be something that everybody's into. So, but I think it's just funny. It could be funny for people to see responses, because there's some. Well, one of the questions is like, which one of the which superhero would you go on a date with? Like, you know what I mean? And so it'd be interesting to see who, you know. I think there's a why. Like, why would you go on a date with this superhero? So it's just interesting. Yeah, it's just interesting to see what people's feedback on what that answer would be, you know? Or one of the questions is put a superhero team together consisting of six superheroes. It'd be interesting to hear people's, you know, feedback, you know? So that's what the show is going to be like. And I have lots of visuals that go with it. Like, well, you know how I did the YMV TV show?
Oh, yeah.
So think about that. Think about that, but probably 5 or 6 times more content.
Dang.
Yeah, that's why it's taken me a lot longer to put together. So yeah, so it's gonna be but hulked out. There you go, pirates, like that, but hulked out. So yeah, so I'm really excited about it, and I've been working on it for the past week. And I was working on it all day yesterday, and I had to take a stream break, so which was good, because it was good to get you know, hang out with the community for a bit. And
sometimes you need a stream break.
Yeah, you need a stream break. You need a stream break. So yeah, that's what it's going to be about. And the show is about engagement. You know, it's not just about me sitting on the other side of the camera telling you guys what I think.
You know it's going to be a long show, Jedi Spidey.
Yeah, it's going to be a long show.
20 questions?
Yeah.
Try 20 hours. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No. But you know, it'll just be, I want, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of cool. Like, here's the question, and everybody gets to tell. And also, this also gives the people in chat a chance to conversate with each other about their answers. You know what I mean? So
that chat's gonna be wild, man.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. So I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it to launch. And yeah, that's it. That's Yogomi Show Me.
Dang, dude, that's pretty sick though, dude. Yeah. I'm excited to see it.
It's gonna be fun.
And so you're doing that next Saturday?
Next Saturday for sure, yeah. Because I just needed a few more days to test some things out and get it done.
Well, I'm gonna just have to be there for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Saturday. I don't think I have anything planned this next Saturday.
There we go. Oh yeah. Wait, when is the holiday weekend?
Is it this week?
No. 2 weeks. I think it's 2 weeks from now, right?
Which holiday?
What holiday am I thinking of? 2 weeks? Yes, 2 weeks. It's the one that starts with an M.
Okay.
Memorial Day. Thank you. Memorial Day,
Oh,
Pirates.
I thought you were saying the other one.
No. Labor Day is
I was
the
like, are you
weekend
trying not
that
to
would be my
you don't wanna
birthday, and
get-
we'd be going to PAX West. But Memorial Day, yes.
It's true. Well, do holidays matter at this point anymore? I mean,
I still have to work, so.
Arizona's cooking right now, dude. Like, we're pretty open over here right now. Like, like today or yesterday, I went to get a haircut. Like, so it was we still had like mask. You had to have a mask on to be in there. But I mean, that's because you're like right next to people. But like, you can go to Walmart and like Home Depot and stuff, and they're like, they don't.
No, not me.
Like, they're trying to limit how many people can be in the store at a time, but for the most part, it's just like.
Nah, I'm staying right here at home.
Yeah.
Amazon's delivering everything I need. Now I got a store at the bottom. I'm like, I'm good.
So we have another thing to announce too. I forgot to mention this. So me and Yogomi are actually going to do something different. That's going to start happening soon. Yogomi's thinking about what it is. He's like, what is it? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I forgot.
So, we're announcing it right now. I'll have the list. I'll probably get it up tomorrow. I'll probably actually do it here in a second. But we're gonna do finish the Fright Friday.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create this big old, what do we want to call it, spreadsheet for you guys. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna have all of the Halo games, and we're gonna have them all finished by the time that we should have Master Chief or Halo 5 come out.
Yes.
And so this is going to include, like, we're going to have all of them. Like, right, we're going to put ODST in there. We're going to put Reach in there. We're going to put, we're not going to put Halo Wars in there because I'm not good at those.
Yeah, I'm not either.
But maybe we could. I don't know. We'll see if we once I look at it. But so we're going to have it where it's like, this week we want you guys to finish these 3 levels, whatever, you know what I mean? And we're just going to go through it together, and then we can talk about it. But like, we could honestly go for max gamer score too, right? So you guys can watch us do it, and like we'll try to get all like the skulls and stuff that you need to get out of there. We'll try to do them as we're doing them, and so to make it a little more fun for everybody, and then you have more gain from it. But also, we kind of want to do it because it's
fun.
I mean, Halo 5 is gonna be dope. Not 5. Infinite. Why did I keep saying 5. Halo 5 was not that great of a game.
It wasn't.
But I never beat it, so I mean, I got to a point where I was like,
So now we got to beat it.
Now we're gonna beat it, and I'm actually excited because I've been actually reading the books, and so it talks a lot about Master Chief Collection is on Game Pass.
Yeah.
So you don't have an excuse other than you don't want to. So, but if you don't want to, it's not fun. It's just something more that we want to do that we can be able to vibe with you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it'll be fun.
Yeah.
But no, so I've been reading the books. It's like the first books actually talk about like the first like chronological books they use, whatever, talk about like the Forerunner series. And so it talks a lot about the Prometheans, the Didact, and all those different people, which is 4 and 5.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of cool. I'm learning all these things. I'm like, it's wild.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Being Halo 2.
I'm excited.
Halos are the only games that I used to beat ever. I wouldn't beat anything else.
Yeah, I was all about Halo.
I beat Halo 3 story so many times just because like we used to play it co-op, and like that was so much fun to play co-op, especially because you could play it online too, and it was like, oh man, good times.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll be trying to do 4 people at a time as we go through them. So we'll probably be picking up random people from the community that want to play with us too. So that'll be fun. And I'll try to have that list out tomorrow. If not, I'll have it up by Friday, and we'll try to get it going. But
yeah.
And so obviously not both of us are gonna have things different Fridays, and things will happen.
Well, I have the DJ show, but I'll get on afterwards.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we could do it super late at night too.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter to me what time we do it. I'm up till 2 o'clock in the morning pretty much every single time.
Yeah, which is 4 for me.
So yeah, guys, that's pretty much the show. If you guys want, you can, like we said, we're on all the podcast platforms. If you guys can do a solid, share the podcast out. Ask people about it. Tell people about it. It's sweet, man. We just want to be able to have our voice in the conversation.
Yes.
And if you guys could help us share it, that'd be so sweet. Also, like I said too before, Yogomi has this Yogomi does a sweet video. This video will be up. I mean, this is probably pretty easy one.
Well, it's actually I won't do when it's just two of us. I do the back and forth thing. I edit it. So
well, I'll have the audio file.
Yeah,
out
the audio
tomorrow
file
morning.
will be tomorrow. Yeah, but it takes a little longer to do when it's just two of us. But I like that format. It just takes longer.
Yeah. Also, you guys check our socials out, those things, you know, and our Patreon. So, still, we have our Patreon subscribers. We got Dean Master, we got R56 Cooper, and Nuts for Butts. If you guys want to get under there, boom. Geez, I just put it in the chat. We'll put it in the notes as well. If you guys want to help us with that, that'd be dope. If not, you know, it's cool, man. Chill here with us on Mixer.
Yeah.
Like we said. And if you're on Mixer and you play Xbox games, you probably have Microsoft reward points. And if you want to sub there, you can basically do it for free.
That is true.
So, and both of them are super appreciated. Yogomi, we always ask this, but where can people find you?
You can find me right here on mixer.com/Yogomi or Yogomi.com or on Twitter at YogomiHQ or Instagram at
You
Yogomi.
donated today?
So,
wait, where? To me?
Awesome.
Or to who? What? You got me all like confused, Danny.
Yeah.
It's all right. Anyway, so yeah, Yogomi's streams are lit. If you guys ever come, you need to come to these streams. My streams, yeah. Oh, we did talk about what happened in my stream. We talked about yours, and then mine was really.
Oh,
your monthly.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice, man. Thank you.
Thanks, Danny.
We I have that Go XLR, the Helicon Go XLR. We pretty much spent about an hour playing with sound effects. In the middle of it, I started singing Frozen. I also was doing scenes from Beauty and the Beast. That got a little weird. Yeah, it got weird, and it was fun. Everybody was having a good time. So you never know what you're gonna find on my Yogomi streams.
You never know.
Right? Things just get weird sometimes, but that's okay. It keeps everything exciting.
Yes.
And then yeah, you can find me on Mixer, obviously, and then pretty much Twitter is about where I'm at. So.
Yep.
I think we're done.
I think we're done.
So yeah, guys, we're playing Hyperdot. Hyperdot is the game.
Yep.
This week, Hyperdot. So if you guys want to play it, we'll be talking about that next week. It's on Game Pass, obviously, and it's probably a pretty fast game. It's a very arcade style-y kind of game. Maybe almost mobile might be a good word to use for that too.
Yeah, it does have a
You'll
mobile
see
feel
it. You'll
to
see it when you guys play it. It looks dope. But yeah. So yeah, guys, we'll see you next week.
All right, guys.
We love your faces, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.